Alright, so thank you for checking us out here at Southern Rod and Customs. We're going to be mainly on this channel focused on American muscle cars. So it's going to be myself and a couple of buddies. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. Myself, I have a 68 Chevelle here that has a 396 in it, built a little bit old school type of engine. 396, cast iron heads, little camshaft, you know, basic kind of things for a nice street rod back in the day. This is going to be a little bit of old school and a lot more new school. So I recently got back into this game, got this car going after a long time, and we can go into that other video. It's been a real long time, but things have changed. Things aren't as available anymore for these old cars, and so technology's gotten better. Engines have gotten better, just OEM engines, you know, things that are pretty cool. So that we used to do on old hot rods, we had to buy aftermarket. Kind of come new with these production motors here, so they come with them. So that's pretty interesting. So that has made me want to do an LS. So I purchased a LS 6.0 liter disc piston motor. It's got the Gen 3 rods in it. The cylinder walls look really, really great. The rod main bearings look really good in it. Cam bearings, don't know if they're stained or what. I really have to get it out in the light, pressure wash it, and look at it. But I'm probably going to get new cam bearings and install those. This is going to be a budget build. So right now, today's video, we're just going to give you a rundown of everything that I find interesting on these. On the LS version of an engine versus an old school 350 or a 454 or 396 or whatever. I think one of the advantages and one of the reasons I want to go to an LS motor is just one, the parts are readily available. There's so many options out there. We have different types of avenues to go down. So one of the biggest things is, for me, is it is a roller motor from the factory. So the roller lifters, they might be harder to find right now with the coronavirus and things like that if you go with like the LS7 lifters or something, but they're still, the prices aren't as bad as purchasing them for one of these cars. You're looking at maybe $125 versus $225 or more. So that's one part I like a lot. I like the rocker arms, just doing an upgrade, trunnion upgrade on them. That's really cool. It's still cheaper than buying a set of roller rockers for a big block or a small block Chevrolet of old days. These blocks do have 6-bolt mains versus 2 or 4-bolt mains in the old production engines from Chevrolet. The other thing, that makes it strong in itself, but the other thing to me that makes the difference is the oil pan, the front cover, rear cover, and things like that. They are so much thicker, you know, 1/4 inch aluminum or better in some places on the front cover, rear cover, and oil pan. That in itself is a lot stronger than the tin that we used to put on motors back in the day. You know, the tin timing cover, the tin oil pan, and you know, so those are girdles in themselves, in my opinion, which will strengthen the block up and allow these engines to do what they've been doing. The other thing that I like is the heads, you know, aluminum heads. Everything's going to be lighter from the factory than, you know, the old stuff. So there's a lot more things that I do like, and I'm really going to learn. This is my first LS motor, so I'm not an expert in this in any means, but this is my own opinion, and these are going to be my journeys to get this done. I'm going to be bouncing around a lot. So this car currently was running as of a couple weeks ago. I am working on the engine a little bit right now, and I'm going to keep working on the big block until this LS motor's done. My plan is to get the LS. I want all the fuel injected, probably the Holley system on it. I'm debating a turbo or not, so it's going to be a time thing. It's going to take some time to do. I'm not a rich guy. I work for a living, and I do have family and things that come up. So anyway, that's just kind of an introduction. Right now I'm going to get out here to pressure washing it, and we'll take you along that, and I'll show you how clean this motor was and kind of go over some of the things that I got with this engine. 317 heads, 2 oil pans, 2 sets of front covers, 2 sets of rear covers, crank rods, pistons, set of headers for it, stainless steel headers. I'll take you over here by the Chevelle and show you that. Sorry, everything's kind of in disarray, but got these headers here. Don't know what they fit, but we're going to try them, see if they work in the car. 2 complete engine harnesses, wiring harnesses with an ECM, a truck intake, which I'm not going to be running. So over here would be all the harnesses I just have hanging on the wall here. And truck intake manifolds, extra bolts, lifters. Got a hell of a deal on it. All these different valve covers. There's a whole bunch of them water pump heads, alternator brackets, things like that. So, and probably 16 sets of coil packs. And got a hell of a deal. So couldn't pass it up. But hopefully my parts will come in soon for Boudica. Boudica is the 68 Chevelle Malibu here in the background. We named her Boudica for a reason. If y'all look her up, you'll see why, maybe a little bit. I'll give you some more details. But she has fought me for 22 years. So, you know, it is what it is. So that's how she got her name. But I've ordered a camshaft, some lifters for it, you know, intake gaskets and things of that nature. She was a little more radical, and I'm trying to put her a little more on the street. So she had a mechanical camshaft with some pretty big numbers on it for the street anyway. I'm dropping that down and putting a hydraulic camshaft to get around and cruise. So we can make some of the cruise nights, cruise around, and trying to start our own cruise nights. Here in the South with coronavirus and just being in the South in general, there's not a lot of cruising events for cars. So a few of us are trying to get that together, and hopefully y'all can see that evolve and happen. We also have, like I said, Tommy's Pro Street Duster that's at the chassis shop, getting a full tube chassis, all 10 interior. I mean, it's pretty wicked. Double frame rail. He's got the Malibu wagon. I'm also looking for another car for another engine. Don't know yet on any of it, but my daughter's 18. She's been a good girl. She's been out here with me the whole time. My youngest one's out here with me all the time. She helps me work. Both of them help me work on the cars. And the youngest one does car paintings. I'll maybe put a little link up of the car paintings that she does. And if y'all like one, let me know. Send us a picture of your car, and you know, year, make, model. We can see if it can happen. She is going to charge you though. She don't do that for free. So, but she has done a few of them. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Check us out. Tell us what you want to know. If you want to know history in the car, we get Tommy's cars on here. Maybe Alton's cars. Hell, Bryant. We got a bunch of us that love these kind of things and got a bunch of cars, a lot of hobbies, a lot of work. So anyway, check us out. Stay tuned. God bless y'all, and thank you very much.